Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's our first Sunday video, and I don't usually film them like this, which is interesting. Not Sunday videos, just videos in general. Usually I make sure that it's going to happen so I get everything together. Sorry. I put everything together to make sure that this is an actual video that's going to happen. At the minute I'm filming an intro to a video I do not know is going to happen, and it wasn't the planned Sunday video. I have two more Sunday videos that I had planned to put in this place, but I'm going to move one. I've decided, basically I found that we have a safari video still. So me, Beth, Jack and Leanne and Arthur went to the safari, and I didn't post that video yet, and I didn't know I hadn't done that, so I'm going to post that. And we have another donuts video, and I'm going to post that. Not going to do it today, not going to do it on Sunday. I'm going to post it at some point in the week, so you're going to get like a couple of week videos, but this is the last time that's going to happen, and then we're just going to do Sunday videos. Today I'm going to do a video that me and Todd have talked about me doing. I'm now a student. I'm on a bit of a money crunch, so we're going to try and figure out how to do cheap meals and stuff. I also want to try and find like videos, you know those like tasty videos you see on Facebook? I want to try and find one of those and make what they're making and see if it looks as good as it looks on their video. But Todd bought me this book, and this is not sponsored. But we both really like this book. We like this book so much, he bought himself a copy. It's got some ideas in there for me to use, for Beth to use. Well, for me to use when Beth comes over and stuff. But it's got... I fancy pasta tonight. And I was like, I'm just going to get some... I've got my pasta and stuff in. Pretty much I've got lots of my stuff in already. But I thought, let's have a look and let's try and make a video out of this. So, we have taken a photo of the recipe for Spaghetti Bolognese in there. We're going to see if we can do it as cheap as possible and still taste good. Let's see. Fingers crossed that it all goes well. I don't want to spend more than... I'm gonna really budget myself here. And I'm going to say, because I've got a lot of the stuff already, so we are cheating a little bit. I'm going to say I want to spend less than £5. And see how we do. I've already got the pasta. What was in the recipe? Should have started with that, really, shouldn't I? You know, this is my first time YouTubing. So I need to get onion. I've got carrot technically. Garlic I don't have. I need minced beef, bacon, chicken stock. I'm not putting red wine in there. I've got my tin tomatoes and I've got my pasta. So I've got to get minced beef, bacon, onion, garlic for less than £5. And I think it's doable. So I'm going to see as cheap as I can get it. See if I can make it taste as nice as possible. So let's go. So I am back from my shopping haul, my shopping trip, basically. Just wanted to be down with the kids and cool. And well, to follow the recipe to the exact T, especially where I'm currently living, I only have the choice of really Lidl or Asda, and I went to both of those. I went to one first, then the other. Compared the prices, then went and bought the cheaper of everything I could find, whatever shop it was. 90% of it was Asda, which I was quite surprised by. I'd like to do this again when I'm back home. I've got an Aldi near me and an Asda, then there's a Sainsbury's and a Morrison's, so I'd like to try and do it again like that. And I could have just done it all online, figured it all out online, but I wanted to be there, I wanted to do this in person, so I did. See, 90% of it came from Asda, but I did still get bits from Lidl. So to get everything in the recipe list came to £10.76, which I was a little bit shocked by to a point until I realised all the bits that I was going to end up having to buy. So I took out their optional bits and then bits that I thought were optional. So I've taken out the Parmesan cheese. I don't eat cheese, and you can always just replace it with cheddar. I mean, this is one thing that I've like boiled down on this. If you're not going to use it again, don't get it. So if, like Parmesan cheese, you're going to use cheddar more, so just get cheddar and put cheddar on top of it. Who's going to know it's only you? I took off the wine. I don't drink, so there's no point me buying wine. But the wine was only, and this blew Beth's mind. I've been talking to Beth about this the whole time I've been doing it. I found wine for £1.50, and you're cooking with it, so it's not like you're going to taste it. It's going to taste like crap if it does taste like crap. I'm not saying it does. but if it's not up to your standard of wine, you're cooking with it, so it's not going to make a huge difference. £1.50, and the mince, the beef mince, cost me £1.49, so it's only a penny more than the beef. So I cut those two out, and then I cut out bay leaf and oil. The meat I've bought, because it's the cheapest, has got probably one of the highest fat contents, which is a shame. I didn't really have much choice on that, and price-wise, I didn't really have much choice anyway. So I wouldn't use the oil per se, especially if it's going in the pan, because of the amount of fat that's going to be in the beef as is. I might just use like a 1 cow spray, but I'm going to do it with the olive oil because that's what was on the recipe. So I cut that out. And that brought me down to £5.13. So it was only just over the brief of trying to do it for a £5, which is the number when I was recording earlier. I hadn't set it out. I just threw it out there. I'm going to try and do this for less than a £5. And then while I thought about it, I was like, is there something else I can cut out of this? Can I make this less than a £5? And the next thing I cut out was the tomato puree. If I'm using tinned tomatoes, it's going to come with like a juice in there anyway that's tomatoes. So I've cut out the tomato puree as well, and that came down to £4.80. We'll see when I'm cooking. I might try and cook with the £4.80 version of this, but I've bought bay leaves now, and I've cut that out, and they were 84p, and I'll use them anyway. So maybe because I bought them because I know I'll use them again, so maybe I'll keep that and cut that out of this and just use it anyway in the future. One thing I will mention. Carrots cost me 55p. They could have cost me 59 at the other place. Onion cost me 25p. The average for onion is a lot more than that, I found out. Where are we, onion? Don't click it because that loses it. There we go. So onion would have cost me 49p at Lidl and 50p at Asda. But Asda do this thing, so that was for 3 large onions, and I'm not going to use that much onion. So it's also about wasting. I was like, there's no point in buying 3 because I'm just going to use the stuff I need for this. And I bought a pack of medium diced onion that cost me 25p. I also bought... I was going to buy garlic granules because it was 65p. I bought a garlic clove, it's 20p. I mean, cheaper. I've got to go for the price option on this, but it's also about wastage. If you're not going to use what you're buying, don't buy it. If it's not gonna be valuable to you over the course of just this one meal. The recipe is also made for 6, so I'm trying to tailor it down to 1 or 2, so I can freeze it and just have it another day. So yeah, we're gonna start the cooking and see how this goes. And I'll let you know when I finish cooking which version of my thing I used. Which started cooking it, and I'm leaving it to simmer just for a minute. I didn't read the recipe guide until I was like halfway down, so I've been doing it step by step, but this is the first time I've read it, and it's going to take an hour. One slight issue with that for me is because I didn't expect it to take an hour. I'm doing it on a Saturday, so I did all of this shopping on a Saturday, which was a terrible idea because it was absolutely rammed. But yeah, I'm doing it on a Saturday, so I'm not really in a rush for anything. But sometimes I've joined a few societies since I got here, so I'm doing a few things in the evening. So I couldn't have started this then. And sometimes I get back at like 7:30, so I won't be eating until like 9 if I do that. One slight issue. But you know, it looks good, so we'll see how it goes. And I suppose you could do bits differently maybe and see if that helps. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to mention that I wasn't really sure. That's just a long time to me to be cooking pasta. I'm now sat eating it. We're having another mini muck, why not? And it is really fucking good. I'm really surprised. I was cooking it and there was people in my room, in my flat, in the kitchen with me. And they were like, why are you putting bacon in it? And I was like, that's what the recipe says. Wherever I've put the book, it's over there. That's what the recipe says. So I'm trying it. Let's see what happens. And they were all saying it smells really good. One thing that I should have done really is drain the fat a little bit before I put the sauce in there. Oh, tomatoes in it. So that's one mistake. That's my own fault. Doesn't say to do in the recipe, but it is my own fault. I should have just known to do that. But that's what I was going to say. The bacon really adds to it, and I was really surprised. One of the lads wanted to try it, but he's celiac, so I had to take the pasta out. So I did him a little pot on his own. He was like, "This is really nice," and I was like, "It is really nice. This is really weird." I didn't expect it to taste as good as it does. One of the things that I had to substitute out, which I'm a little bit upset about, just because they didn't have any. Is it's meant to be chicken stock, but it's a beef stock I've had to use, which makes more sense to me, because you're using beef, like beef mince, but maybe the chicken stock would have changed the flavour a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. This is the £4.80 version. There's different versions in the book. Yes, this is the £4.80 version of my meals that I could have made. So it's the same recipe. I've just cut out the oil, the puree, the bay leaf, the Parmesan cheese, and the wine. But everything else I've done exactly as it is in there. And it's made enough for 6, in theory. Like I've done a huge bowl here, but I don't know if I'll eat this all today. But I've got another pot in the kitchen, just cooling down, ready, and I'll either have that tomorrow or freeze it and have it another day. But this is really, really good. I'm very, very impressed. I'm hoping to do more of these. I don't know if they're all going to come from that cookbook. I've got a one-pan pasta that I want to sort of show people how I do it, which is really good for students. So I'm going to try and do that one soon. And then, like I said about the Facebook ones that look really good, but you never know if they're going to look that good in person. I'm going to try it. Well, a lot of them have got cheese in, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my pasta. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to more, possibly in the future. This is a definite success. There's a macaroni cheese one in there that I obviously won't eat. Well, I keep talking about making for Beth, so maybe one of these will have Beth in them while she's trying the macaroni cheese. Anyway, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to enjoy my pasta, and I'll see you again in the next one.